okay. Are we live? Let me check here on my monitor. But I think everything should be coming through correctly. Let's see if sound's coming properly. Okay, yes it is. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Glad to have you all here to play some TF2 and chat and have some fun together. It is always a good time on our streams. And today we will be playing on the Miami server, at least we'll be starting here. Last week we played on the London server and I'm tempted to play on the London server again, simply because Mr. Dispenser is there right now playing with some fellas. But every week I switch up for viewers from Europe and from the United States, so this week is the Miami server week. So we are on this IP today, feel free to join if you want to play with us. But if the server fails to, you know, gather enough people to have a match, then we'll go to the London server play with Mr. Dispenser there. Okay, so I'll let you know. Let's see how this goes and if you fellas come play with us on the Miami server. I'm already there actually with some people. Let me open my screen for you to see here. Here you see we have Uncle Leo sitting on our heads here, and we also have some people join here. Nice. Polar, who else is here? Apple, Da Vinci, glad to have you here fellas. And Firefly connected, Sleeper. I think we will stay here then. A lot of people are connecting. I think we'll be able to play a match normally. Hello there, and Apple is there on chat. Hello Apple, Marcio, hello there. Doc, hello there. How are you doing, my friend Vincent? Glad to have you here. Someone with some bugged characters I can't read there is saying hello there to you as well. And Zezo or Zizo, hello there, and glad to have you here. So come play with us fellas. We are on Vanguard, this map here. Who remembers this map? It's officially in TF2. This isn't a workshop map. It used to be, but it got added into the game, I think, during Meteor Match back in 2016. And this is my screen open for you. I'll check in just a minute because I'm kind of battling a scout here. Let's see if I can retreat to safety. Okay, I need this health pack. Nice, got it. And they are still, I think my screen is open for you to see what I'm doing. I think it is. Oh, and Apple was just joking there, and I hit Apple with my cleaver. I'm sorry, Apple. I'm sorry. Hey, Onkaku, hello there. Glad to have you here. Nice. Come play with us. Connect to the server. It will be a lot of fun. Again, we are on the Miami server today. So yeah, let me double check if my screen is open for you fellas. Yes, it is. Okay, so you were able to see my terrible aim there. And as I was saying, this map here was added back during Meteor Match. And I remember, I hit Apple again. I'm sorry Apple, you were just joking there. Yeah, you killed me. I deserved it. I deserved it. But yeah, a lot of people were hyped about this map when it released. I remember that, you know, because if I'm not mistaken, at the time it was very played, you know, on competitive leagues. And Meteor Match was sort of the update that was supposed to make TF2 more competitive and improve the game in that sense, you know, to make the casual and competitive crowd kinda merge together and play under similar rules. Yeah, you see people want to switch to Terror event. I think I'll vote no to this one. I want to play this map a little bit because I think it is a good 5 CP map, you know. Okay, that soldier is on my team. Let's cap the point here with everyone. But you know, I remember a lot of people hyped about Jungle Inferno because of that, especially competitive TF2 players, you know. Because it was their hope that Valve would finally start supporting the competitive scene of the game. And it's kind of a shame that it didn't turn out like that, you know. The competitive mode that was added into TF2 back then was pretty lackluster, as it still is today. And casual matchmaking, in my opinion, was a mistake. Back then, I thought it made sense and I thought it was a good idea to sort of, you know, modernize the way TF2 works in regards to how people connect to servers and find matches. sort of bring TF2 to the modern standard, you know. But in hindsight, I think that the casual matchmaking queue really was a disservice for the game. It changed how people thought about matches. I think we started becoming more concerned about winning matches, and that wasn't in the TF2 culture, you know, at least not as emphatically or as usual as it is today, you know. People nowadays worry a lot more about winning matches than we did back in the day when we used to play on quick play servers, you know. So I think that's a shame. And I personally think that if it weren't for the casual matchmaking queue, you know, this automated queue that puts people into matches, I don't think we would be having such a problem with bots. Because they sort of exploit that system, you know, that automatically puts them into a queue, into a queue for a match, you know, a queue with Q, not with K. My pronunciation is kind of bad, but I think you understand it. They exploit that automatic system to brief the game. So I think if we had stuck with the way it was previously, then perhaps we would not have these problems, at least not in the same degree. That's what I mean to say. So yeah. Hey, hello there, Joker Miles. Nice to see you as well, my friend. Glad to have you there on chat. If you can, please connect to the server. It will be a lot of fun to play with you. And hello as well, Dragomir. Glad to have you here. Pretty nice to have you all here, fellas. So yeah, you know, I actually was kind of hyped for Meteor Match when it first released. I'm not gonna lie. But at least we got to keep, you know, these maps. The other one that got into the update, I think it was Metalworks, which is also an excellent 5CP map. Perhaps we'll even play there afterwards. What do you think, fellas? I think it would be nice to go there. These Meteor Match maps aren't very played nowadays for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I think it's because the update left a sour taste in people's mouths, and perhaps, you know, they kind of associate that bad feeling that the update left with these maps. Fellas want to play Toontown. Toontown is cool as well. You want to play Halloween maps today? Yeah, but I don't think other people want to. Da Vinci, I'm sorry, Da Vinci. I'll try to pass a vote for Metalworks after this one. I think it will be an interesting map to play on, since we are talking about, you know, the impact of Meteor Match on the game. And it's very sad, you know, because I think, like, Valve was very into that update, you know. It seemed like they were really trying to make it work. It just didn't work out as they wished. Here, CP Metalworks. Let's see if you fellas want to play on it. Yeah, everyone wants to play on it. Okay, I'm glad, friends. I'm glad. Because it's not often that we get to play on these maps, you know. Another thing about what's it called? The casual matchmaking system is that it kind of hides some maps, you know. It's kind of hard to find matches in those maps. When we had quick play, people could hop on a server that was only running a specific game mode. And I think that's very missed, you know. I wish there was you can, of course, filter by game mode here on the casual system, but if you take a look, for example, Metalworks, yeah, there are a bunch of matches running, but I don't think they are on my region. So here in Brazil, I know not many people play this map anymore. But it surely is a good map, you know. I think it's one of the best 5CP maps we have in the game. And it's very different, both in its layout and in the aesthetics, you know. So I quite like this map here. So yeah. And Joker Miles is saying there, talking about TF2, I'm opening my TF2 to play with her. Ah, very nice, Joker Miles. Yeah, I'm glad we managed to get a match going here with Apple Overlight, Leo, Dragomir, Your Last Grape, Firefly, and Da Vinci. I'll try to put Da Vinci later a Halloween map for you, since you want to play some Halloween maps. After we played a couple of matches on this one, we'll go to a Halloween map. For sure, Da Vinci. I hope you stick around to play that, my friend. But yeah, as I was saying, it was sad, you know, to see Meteor Match flop and become a dumpster fire. And sort of, you know, the main reason for our problems nowadays. Again, I don't think we would be having such an issue with bots if it weren't for the casual matchmaking system, you know. It would be harder for them to flood the servers as they do. Okay, I think I'll try to get this demo man here. He's not paying a lot of attention. Come on, Your Last Grape managed to kill me, and we lost the first round. Ah, come on. That sucks. I have to pay more attention next time. So yeah. Were you fellas around when Meteor Match hit? I know a lot of you started playing the game after that, you know. I think most of the player base nowadays, you know, the active player base started playing at Jungle Inferno or after. If I'm not mistaken. I think that there are very few old-timers that are still actively playing the game. Which makes sense, you know. People get bored all the time and it's okay. There's only so much you can do on TF2 and I myself don't play it that often anymore. I play mostly on stream with you fellas because I enjoy the game and I enjoy playing with you. But on casual I don't really play anymore. At least not often. I think I'll play the game on casual like once or twice a month only. And it's a good thing we have these weekly streams because I get to keep in touch with the game and with you fellas and I get to keep doing what I like to do. You know, this sort of small match that we have here on our community servers is very nostalgic for me. Because that's how I used to play with friends when I first started playing. We had a 12-slot server and we used to play 5 versus 5, 6 versus 6, you know, stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. Okay, let's see if I can... here is Your Last Grape. I think I'll run for the medkit. I think that's the smart move. Come on, don't look behind you, Your Last Grape. Yeah, got you now, nice. I have to stay away from the walls when I'm fighting soldiers, so they can't get the splash damage on me. But very nice, very nice. I started playing TF2 a bit before the two cities update on MVM. I think it was what? No, I started playing even before the Robotic Boogaloo update, the one that added the Robo Heads. When was that? 2013? I think it was 2013. And then at the end of 2013 or start of 2014, there was the Two Cities update that brought in the Australians into Australians with an U into the game, you know, the golden weapons. So I've lived through a lot with this game. And it was kind of sad to see how Valve lost interest into it, but I'm happy to see how the game is still keeping up, you know, how it still has an active player base, and how it still has even official servers to play on. What other game from 2007 can say that, you know, that you still have a pretty significant player base and you still have official servers to play on? I don't think there is anyone. Perhaps Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think is from about that time as well. But I don't think there are official servers for Call of Duty Modern Warfare anymore. You know, the first Modern Warfare. Perhaps I should buy that game, you know. I know there are still community servers and the single player campaign is pretty nice, I've heard. So perhaps I should buy Modern Warfare to play it. That's a good idea, I think. Hey, hello there, Inspector! Glad to have you here, my friend. Come play with us, come join the match. It's been a lot of fun. And Dragomir is saying, I started playing TF2 in 2018 on my first account and on my second account in 2020. Yeah, I imagine most people that are actively playing the game are from that generation of players as well, Dragomir. You know, the core player base nowadays. Jungle Inferno in 2018 or 17, I think it was 2018, but I might be misremembering. Jungle Inferno was a huge deal for the game, you know. A lot of new people started playing it because of that update, and a lot of old-timers came back to the game simply to play the contracts and, you know, do the missions and play with the new pyro weapons because they were so fun. May we receive something in the future, you know, similar to Jungle Inferno. It was glorious to see that update drop. And, you know, the best part of it was knowing that Valve was working on something for like 2 or 3 years. I missed the cleaver there. And then seeing it release, you know. Because there was a lot of hype and rumor around Jungle Inferno. We knew that Valve was working on a Jungle themed update because they announced it. We are working on the official blog. And they even said that people should start contributing Jungle themed stuff to the workshop because of that. So we were expecting that update. And it was very nice to I'm sorry, to see it drop. I think nowadays, if you know, Valve suddenly released an update out of the blue, you know, out of nowhere, it would be amazing, it would be great to see something new for TF2, but I don't think it would have the same impact, you know, as the wait for Jungle Inferno had. We were very hopeful back then, and nowadays I think that most players are kinda jaded. I know that I am, and I have a lot of friends who are also a bit jaded, you know, in regards to Valve working on TF2. Let's take a look at this scattergun from DaVinci. Pretty cool scattergun, DaVinci. Pretty cool. I have mine here that a subscriber gifted to me. A cold, unusual, but yours with isotope is also pretty nice. Pretty cool. You have good taste in your war paints, DaVinci, for sure. Okay, let's try. Oh, my nice, managed to get the medic there. And I'm trying to make them think I'm going one way. And I missed when I'm actually going another way, but it didn't work out for me. Yeah, it's okay. An Inspector is saying there, I have bought a brand new fedora from a local fair. Man, they look so stylish. Ah, very nice, Inspector. It tips your fedora. You know, that there is like those fellas on the internet with the fedoras, you know, that say milady. I don't know how you should call them. I know the people kind of make fun of them, but I think fedoras are stylish for sure. It's no wonder why Spy likes fedoras so much. There's the Fancy Fedora, I think it's called. One of the OG Spy hats on TF2. It's pretty nice looking. I'm not that into wearing hats because here in Brazil the weather is very hot. Where I live, it is very hot most of the year. So if I started to wear hats like that, I think my head would get very hot as well. You know, it would not be nice. Not even simple caps, you know, like baseball caps I like to wear because of that. But I think fedoras are stylish, for sure. They look great. I hope you have a lot of fun with your new hat there, Inspector. And it's interesting because now you have a hat in real life, not only in TF2. A real life hat, pretty cool. Okay, I got the scout there. DaVinci is gone. They popped an Uber. I think I'll try to flank them here. Yeah, we have a medic here. They will be stepping on the point. No, Mr. Medic, I have to step on the point. I can't get out of the point here. Otherwise, they will cap it. Okay, there's that heavy there. Ah, come on, come on. Yeah, but it was a nice fight, for sure. This was a nice fight. Let's set the next map to be a Halloween one for Da Vinci. So let me check here. Next map. Let's see. I think he wanted to play Payload Terror, wasn't it? Let's see. Terror. Yes, this one here. Let's see if... Yeah, now everyone's gonna vote for it. Nice. So we are going there, Da Vinci, after this round here. The Terror is actually a good map. I have also the non-Halloween version here on my servers. And it plays very well, you know. I think I actually prefer the non-Halloween version over the Halloween version. Not that I dislike the Halloween version, it is fun at all. But the default version is a great map. And I wish Valve would add the regular versions of Halloween maps into the game. I think that would be fun, you know. Even if they were like temporary, like you have the... It could be even a March update, you know, March or April, something like that. We get the Halloween maps in October and then the standard versions in March or April. I think it would make the start of the year a bit more interesting, you know. They could do that. They won't, but they could. So, yeah. What else are you saying there? Ah, hello there, Moose Guy. Glad to have you here. Just finished a 11,000 word long script. Damn, that's a lot, Moose Guy. Pretty nice. I hope I have some time to watch it once you release the video on your channel. But pretty cool, though. That's a lot of words, for sure. What's the video about, Moose Guy? Can you give us a hint? It would be fun to have some sort of early access into into the topic of the video. Pretty nice, my friend. And Bald Boy is saying, do you think mini sentries are OP? No, I don't think they are. I think mini sentries are annoying, for sure, but I don't think they are overpowered. It's actually quite easy to handle a mini sentry. I think if you are a soldier, a demo man, you know, even a pyro or a heavy, you can dispatch mini sentries quite easily, actually. The problem is with scout and medic mainly, I feel like. As scouts, there isn't really much I can do against a mini sentry, and that makes sense, because engineer should be a counter for classes like scout, you know, flanking classes and stuff like that. But they are annoying, for sure, especially on certain maps, you know. I think maps that have poor visibility, you know, like have a lot of props without collision, like those ferns and grasses that some maps have. In those maps, mini sentries are more powerful, you know, perhaps more powerful than they should be. But by themselves, I don't think they are OP. We are getting destroyed here. We will get rolled on this round here. I used to dislike mini sentries a lot, but nowadays I don't really care about them. Perhaps what could be done to make them more fair is to increase the visibility on them, you know. So it is harder to hide a mini sentry in a map. Perhaps that could be something to do about them. But other than that, they are okay, in my opinion, at least. Ah, and Dragomir has to go. See you later, Dragomir. I'm glad you were able to pass by on our stream here. Always nice to have you here. Pretty cool. And Moose Guy is saying it there. Been a while since I've been on the servers. Time zones are a bit of a mess. Ah, it's okay, Moose Guy. Don't worry about it. It's how the world works. No problem, my friend. I actually think I'm on a pretty okay time zone, you know, in regards of being able to talk to people and play with people from all over the world. The only region I think really is, you know, on a whole different... Let's use my Halloween loadout here. Yeah, let's do this. But the only region I feel like I have a bit of trouble, you know, talking to and interacting with is Asia and Oceania, you know, like the fellas in Singapore, Japan, Korea, Australia, that region. But other than that, I think I'm on a good time zone, you know. I think, for example, in the Czech Republic, that's where Uncle Leo's from, I think right now should be about, what, Uncle Leo, 10, 11 in the night, I think that's it. And it's a bit late, but in the US it's a bit earlier than that, you know, especially in the center and west coast. Right now here is 4 p.m. in Brazil. I think the US west coast should be what, 1 p.m., something like that. So it's a good time frame, I think, to interact with you fellas. And Pedri G is asking, what is the most OP weapon of Scout? For sure, the default scattergun, I think. It is just so good, you know. I know a lot of people like the soda popper that I'm using now on my Halloween loadout, but the default scattergun is just so good. I'd say it's the most overpowered weapon. Or perhaps the most powerful, because I don't feel like the scattergun is overpowered. I think it's powered as it should be. So perhaps I'm thinking about that question in the wrong optics. Because it isn't overpowered, it is just powerful, yeah. And they have an engineer. I won't be able to do much here as Scout. Let's go demo, man. Yeah, Firefly had this idea. I think if I go on the other side, I could destroy that sentry a bit easier. Let's try to help you. Yeah, got some hits. Oh no! I ran to a sniper with crits is always dangerous. Okay. There's a heavy there. Destroyed your last grape. Let's get the crits here to kill that heavy. Could not hit the scout. Okay, now I've hit Leo there. Okay. And let's see if I have some Halloween cosmetics for the moment. I think I do. Yeah, this is my Halloween loadout for the moment. I think I'll just switch the weapons here to a more reliable set. So let's do this. Hi, Joker Miles is here on the server. Pretty nice, Joker Miles. Glad to have you here. And about the video, Musga is saying it's gonna be a video about TF2 map trivia. A lot of boring maps like Gravel Pit have tons of trivia. Like how there's a ton of hidden heads, weapons and animals on Gully Watch. That's very interesting, Musga. I'll be watching that one for sure. It will be a fun video. Very nice idea for a video. Where is this? It's there, the same thing. Destroyed, nice. What am I even seeing here? I'm doing a good job as demo, man. I think it was a good idea to switch classes. But yeah, that's a nice idea, Musgai. Pretty cool. I miss the times when we would get, you know, official Valve maps into the game, because they would put a lot of lore into those maps, you know. Like, I can't think of any specific map right now, so I can't think of an example for you fellas. But it used to be very, very fun to see, and I'm dead here, to see the lore from the comics, you know, and stuff like that, getting into the maps. And like update hints, you know, I think it's Doomsday that has and a bunch of other maps, but I remember Doomsday for it, that has a secret room with hints for an MVM update. And it was very nice when I first saw that and got hyped, like, whoa, what's coming into the game, what is this? When I started playing, the update was already into the game, but you know, a friend of mine showed me that room and I thought it was very neat, you know. It blew my mind that Valve would place a hint of a future update into a map. And then they never done that again, ever since. I remember when Django Inferno came out, there was there's a secret room in Banana Bay under one of the come on, Scout, under one of these spawns. I don't know if it is the red or the blue spawn, but that secret room has like a pentagram and a picture of Poopy Joe in the middle of it, you know, like as if it was some sort of ritual, you know, some sort of witchcraft or something like that. And the first time I saw that, I thought, oh, this will be the next update, it will be about Poopy Joe, you know, Poopy Joe will be coming back from the dead or something like that. I got very hyped for about 5 seconds until I realized that Banana Bay is a community map. So it wasn't Valve who put that Easter egg there. And then I was a bit, you know, it was a fun Easter egg regardless, and the map is fun, but I was a bit disappointed because I thought it was a hint like we used to get in the past. You know, it used to be so much fun to speculate about TF2 updates and stuff like that. I miss that, and I'm sorry I'm a bit of a downer today. I don't know why, I'm just nostalgic about the game, you know, and how it used to be. Because, you know, the game is still here, it's still great, I love it, I like playing it, but the culture around it changed a lot over the years, you know. And I'm remembering those things because I'm old. But you know, that's how it goes. Time changes and we keep pushing forward. That's how it is. There's no going back for anything really. Ha, got you there. Ah, come on. I wish I could have hit an air shot there. And I really like these Halloween pumpkins, they are so much fun. I wish they would make a mechanic like the Halloween pumpkins, but for regular play. I even have a video talking about that, you know, that perhaps they could remove random crits and in the place of random crits, add such a mechanic, you know, some sort of crit pickup like this. If you are interested by that take, there's a video here on the channel talking about it. Look for it later. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Bald Boy SFM is saying, can I use one of your loadouts for a TF2 Sorcery Maker animation? For sure. What about that recent one where it's like in space? It's a payload map, by the way. Ah, you're talking about Bread Space. Yeah, you know, that one is a lot of fun. I think, you know, it's a map with some problems, but it's a great map, and I was very glad when I saw it added, Bald Boy. You know, we need a space-themed update. There's a bunch of good space-themed maps on the workshop. Ah, got you, Leo! Leo isn't paying attention to my sticky bombs, and I get him every time like that. I love to sort of spam grenades and then throw some sticky bombs on the ground, because people often don't pay attention to that. Ah, come on, Apple! Dodging my grenades there. But yeah, Bald Boy, feel free to use my loadouts on an animation and then send it to me on Twitter so I can check it out. That would be very nice, it would be a lot of fun. Ah, Magician is saying, hello there, Magician! How come Mr. Dispenser and Old School 99% of time playing at the same time? we kinda... I imagine, because it is Sunday, you know, I have some free time, and I imagine Mr. Dispenser is also in that situation, you know, with some free time because it is the weekend. But we kinda schedule our live streams together, you know. He mentioned that he would start streaming, I think in my local time it would be 3 PM here. So because of that, I agreed with him to stream 1 hour later. So I would start at 4 PM, like that. So, you know, he gets he kind of jump starts my servers. I don't know if he's still on the London server, but I know he was playing there. And then I follow through, you know, later. So we are in touch, and we sort of agree these things together. And a lot of YouTubers do that as well, you know, discuss video ideas and stuff like that. And that sort of interaction, I think, is pretty cool. And I'm very glad, you know, that Mr. Dispenser plays on my servers. I think that's very nice. There's also the Czech streamer Misa, that's friends with Uncle Leo, who also started playing on my servers. By the way, I still haven't set up you a reserved slot, Misa, but I will do that. I just need to have the time and the will to do that. I'm sorry, but I will do that, okay? I promise you. But yeah, I'm very humbled when other creators use this infrastructure that I've built, you know, on my servers. That's why I have these servers, and I'm very glad to see them being used. It's very gratifying. So yeah. And Troy is saying, why is this in Halloween mode? Because it is a community server, Troy. Not only we have Halloween maps here, but we also have a bunch of cool community maps, you know, from the workshop, who aren't even officially in TF2 yet. So that's the power of community servers. Let's go into the underworld. You can really do, you know, whatever with community servers. It's a very good resource. Oh no. Don't know what I was doing there. I failed miserably. But yeah. By the way, if you fellas don't know about community servers, because I know there are a lot of new players who don't know, you come here, find a game, community servers, and on the internet tab like this, you can sort by ping, you can even sort by location. You know, it's a very old interface, but it's very serviceable. And if you want to add a server, like add the server we are playing on by the IP, you come here on favorites, add server, and then you paste in the address, the IP of the server here, and add it. It will show up on this interface for you. Back in the day when we didn't have official Valve servers here in Brazil, because, you know, I think official Valve servers arrived in Brazil in 2015 or 2016, something like that. And when I started playing, we only had community servers to play on. So I would explore that interface a lot, like joining one server after the other and finding one that I liked. There's a bunch of servers who run custom models, you know, and mods and stuff like that. And I remember I didn't really like those. I always preferred to play regular TF2. I thought it was the best experience. So I would keep hopping from server to server trying to find one that was my kind of experience, you know. And it's sad that, you know, casual matchmaking, because you can just click here and find a match, it took that experience away, and nowadays community servers are kinda hidden from the mainstream TF2 player. So that's kinda lame, but perhaps it's for the best. I was talking earlier about how I think that casual matchmaking sort of enables the bots to do what they do. This is a spy. And, you know, perhaps it's for the best that community servers are a bit inaccessible. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ah, you see? He's smart. I think that one is Firefly, I think. Very smart, exploding the pumpkins before I get the chance to do that. Or was it your last grape? I think it was your last grape. That sniper there. So yeah. What else are you saying? Let me see. Nana is saying, I had to leave the server because I got to eat, but I still can watch this stream. Ah, it's okay, Nana. Don't worry about it. It was fun playing with you for sure. I hope your food there is delicious. Very nice. Gotta grab some nutrition to stay healthy. That's important. I'll check chat in just a minute because I saw you were sending some interesting messages there, fellas. Just give me a second to try and get Uncle Leo again with my sticky balls. That didn't work out. now he's paying attention. Pretty nice, my friend. Pretty nice. And Inspector is saying, it's been a while since I last played on your servers. I should be there soon. Ah, that's nice, Inspector. Yeah, you know, these servers will be running for you, fellas. As long as I have the funds to keep them up, and I have, you know, sufficient funds to keep the servers running for a while, you don't have to worry, because whenever you feel like the server will be up for you to play on. And if you want to help me pay for the bills, you know, consider becoming a channel member, that helps a lot. Or sending some super chats, that also helps. But you know, thankfully I have enough support to keep these servers up and running, you know. Our monetary situation on my project here, my TF2 project, is pretty good actually. Got destroyed there. Damn, that was rough. That was rough. Hey Apple, see you next week, Apple. Always nice to see you here on the server with your stylish loadout. Pretty cool. What else are you saying there? Sus is saying, Sus Among Us, Sus Agent. Man, I love people who stream TF2 on YouTube. Ah, thanks a lot, Sus. I love you too, my friend. Thank you so much for the kind words. You know, I feel like most creators neglect YouTube as a streaming platform, you know. And I get it, why they go to, for example, to Twitch. You know, makes sense. You should not put all your eggs in the same basket. That's sensible advice. I got you there. But at the same time, I can't help that creators sometimes put themselves at a disadvantage when they go to another platform to stream. Yay, Bald Boy! Thank you so much, Bald Boy! Yes, sir! He heard I was talking about super chats. Thanks a lot for the 2 Brazilian reais, my friend. It helps a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Bald Boy. Thank you so much, my friend. It further helps me guarantee these servers will keep up and running for you fellas. Thank you so much, Bald Boy. I really appreciate it. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, I think creators sometimes put themselves at a disadvantage. I know, for example, some Brazilian YouTubers that have like 100,000, 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. And when they go stream on Twitch, you see their viewer count is like 50 people watching their streams there. Because, you know, as much as people enjoy a creator, it is very unlikely they will follow you in another platform if they aren't already using that platform, you know. So that's why I prefer to stream here on YouTube. I imagine if I were to stream on Twitch, I would get like a fraction of the viewership I get here, and you know, perhaps I would not be able to make a match playable like we have here, with people connecting to the server and stuff like that. So at least for me, I don't think it would be smart to stream on another platform, you know. And YouTube over the years has improved a lot for streaming. Like I think nowadays it is a better experience than Twitch, you know. In my opinion, again, okay, in my opinion. I know a lot of people prefer Twitch, but I've never streamed on Twitch, but I've watched some streams there. And I think the YouTube interface makes more sense, even for live streams. You know, I prefer it. So I'm glad you also appreciate it. Perhaps someday, you know, if I ever become a professional YouTuber streamer, like if that's ever gonna happen, I don't know. I don't think so. But what have I done? I've thrown skeletons on spawn here. Let's open the door so they can get out. Yes. But yeah, if that ever happens, I know you were gonna jump back there, Mr. Scout, and die to the skeleton. Perhaps I'll stream on Twitch someday, you know. But while I'm simply, you know, a hobbyist, an amateur, something like that, not a professional streamer, I think I'll stick to a single platform as much as I can, because I don't want to spread myself too thin, you know. So that's the idea. Hey, Bald Boy is saying, no problem, man. Thanks a lot, Bald Boy. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Very nice. And what is he saying there? He's asking. Well, they are asking. What do you think? There will be something for TF2's birthday? I don't think there will be anything. You know, I'm how can I say this properly? I'm not expecting anything for TF2 this year. what I want to happen is that they follow up with the performance. What happened to that heavy? I saw him jump with the crit. 10 health, Cambra. You didn't die there. Come on, that's too much for me. That's too much. But yeah, you know what? Yes, I was saying what I want to happen for TF2 this year is that they follow up the security and performance patches and stability patches that they were doing last year. You know, at the turn of the year I made a video about that. You know how last year was the year of small but meaningful patches to improve the game's security, to make it more reliable, you know, to all that good stuff. And all I want this year is for that to continue, you know. I think that's what the game needs most right now, to be able to keep working properly, you know, to remain functional. Because there are people out there trying to make the game unplayable, so Valve has to work on fighting that. That's my opinion. And last year they started doing that, you know, kinda timidly, I think that's the word, you know, in a timid way, but they started doing that, and I hope they keep doing that this year. But I don't really expect it, you know. I don't think Valve will do anything for TF2 this year, as hard to say as it is, you know. But it's best not to expect anything, because if you have no expectations and something nice comes your way, then you are happy. But if you have a lot of expectations and whatever comes your way, you know... Why are my sticky bombs self-detonating? Is my mouse button stuck? I think it was stuck. But yeah, if you have a lot of expectations and whatever comes your way doesn't match those expectations, then you get disappointed. Even if whatever comes your way is good, you know. So that's how I usually roll. I expect nothing, and sometimes I still get disappointed at Valve. We saw that happen before on this channel, which is pretty lame, but okay. Okay, there's an incoming spell. Which spell is incoming? I wonder. Let's get out of here. Try to get this other spell here. I'll check chat in just a sec, fellas. I just don't want to die here. The only problem I have with this map is the first capture point, you know. The spawn is good and all, but I think the red team has too much of an advantage here on this first point, you know. Perhaps if the blue team had an elevated exit, because you know there are two exits here, but practically they're the same thing because they are so close together that it's very easy for red team to lock them up. So perhaps changing that could help the map. I don't know. So yeah. Gato is asking why I didn't stream yesterday on my Brazilian channel. It was because, Gato, my wife's computer, my wife's computer broke, you know. It would not post anymore, it would not turn on anymore. And that happened right before stream started on my Brazilian channel, and I got caught up trying to troubleshoot her computer to find out, I can't speak today, to find out what was wrong. So I got a bit, you know, caught up in that, and I felt like I would not be able to focus on the game and on the stream thinking about the broken computer, you know, until I was able to find out what was the problem. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I kept troubleshooting and trying some stuff to make my wife's computer work, you know, in any way I could. Spoiler alert, I could not make it work anymore, it's barked. I think one of her RAM sticks or the RAM slots on the motherboard broke, you know, kind of fried or stopped working. So I think that is the problem. But I wasn't able to make it work. I had to buy some new parts, and I decided, since she's still using a DDR3 platform, you know, an old platform, I decided to buy a new motherboard, a new processor, and new RAM to be able to upgrade her computer. I think it is time to do that. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I was doing that stuff, you know, I was busy with that. Which could wait for sure, you know, I didn't have to do that at the time of stream, but again I felt like I would not be able to focus on the game, you know, thinking about the broken computer. So that's why. And Baldboy is saying, perhaps Valve was too busy working on the new Aperture desk job game and Source 2, so that's why they weren't updating TF2. What are your thoughts? You know, I wish I could think about that, Baldboy, you know, in that way. But I don't think that's really what stopped them from working on TF2. I think that if Valve wanted to work on TF2 and develop the Aperture desk job and develop Source 2, they could manage doing all that at once. I think they could pull it off. If you think about it, you know, for example, in 2004, 2006, 2007, they were working on multiple games at once, you know. Valve can be very productive when they want it, but that's the key thing, when they want it, you know. I think it's not like they are busy doing other stuff so they can't do TF2. I think it's more like they are busy doing other stuff so they don't want to do TF2 work, you know. I think that's what's going on. And that kind of sucks, but I get it. New technology is exciting, and I get it why developers prefer to work on what's new and exciting, you know. It's just that I don't think it is ethical to leave your consumers hanging, you know, in the air like Valve does. I think they at least should provide support. And if they can't do that internally, they should hire or they should contract another company to do that for them, you know, because they have the money to do that. So those are my thoughts about that topic. And Mantis is saying, why doesn't Valve want to rewrite TF2 code or transfer it to Source 2? Yeah, that's because it probably would be a lot of work, and it's work that's boring, you know, it's not exciting, I imagine. So that's probably the reason. But again, as I was saying, I don't really think that's an excuse for them. Ellison, it's been a while, Ellison. Nice to have you here, Ellison. Glad to have you here, my friend. It's been a while since I saw you here on the server. Pretty cool, my friend. But yeah, I don't think that's an excuse for Valve, because they have the money to contract other companies to do that boring work for them, you know. And that's actually nothing new for them. I think Pastime, for example, was developed in a partnership with another company. I think it was Bad Robot Studios or something like that at the time. So it's not like it is, you know, something that would be unheard of for Valve to contract, and Uncle Lil taunting there. Good one, my friend. For Valve to contract another company to work for them on their projects, you know. I don't know why they don't do that. I think it's they don't want to bother. I think that's the real thing. Hi, and Ellison is saying there on chat, it's been a while, Professor. I hope you've been well. I've been, Ellison. I hope you've been well as well, my friend. Do you think TF2 is too old to be expecting new updates, as in major changes, not quality of life changes? I don't think the factor, Ellison, is the age, you know. So in regards to that specific question you made, I think I would say no. I don't think TF2 is too old to expect new major updates. What I think, again, is the issue is that TF2 is in the hands of a company that doesn't want to work on it anymore. You know, they don't feel like working on TF2 anymore. At least that's what it seems like, you know. I'm not Tyler McVicker here, I don't have any insider information or anything like that. I'm only speaking about, you know, my impression of how things are for TF2. You know, because I know there are a lot of people interested on working on this game, you know, the good fellas developing Open Fortress, developing Team Fortress 2 Classic, you know, those sorts of mods. There's the MasterCon, which made Master Config. There are people interested on pushing changes for TF2. There are plenty of workshop creators still active making cosmetics and maps, you know. There is High GPS making the balance mod, you know, making those sorts of changes that could be changes pushed into an update, like weapon rebalances, new weapons. There's the fellas at creators.tf, you know. There's a lot of interest around developing new stuff for TF2. The issue is that that interest isn't in Valve, you know, that Valve doesn't have that interest. So that's what I think is the thing here, not the age of the game. So that would be my answer, Alison. Glad to have you here again on stream. I really enjoy your company, my friend. So yeah. Joker Miles is recording gameplay. Pretty nice, Joker Miles. I'm glad you're having fun there. Pretty nice. And Christian arriving at the end here. I'm glad you are here, Christian, but we are wrapping up stream right now because it's clocking at 1 hour. It's the time we usually stream. I had a lot of fun today, you know, fellas. I always have fun with you, but reminiscing, you know, remembering stuff and you know, talking about my nostalgia and discussing these things with you. It was pretty fun today. I enjoyed that. I was kind of lazy at the start of stream because I've eaten some barbecue for lunch and I was very sleepy after lunch. But you know, you fellas cheered me up. I feel full of energy. You know, it's pretty nice to spend some time with you, my friends. So yeah, thank you everyone who came to play with us. And thank you everyone who was here on stream, who sent super chats, you know, who sent a chat, who liked, subscribed, commented, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for your support, fellas, and I'm always happy that you appreciate spending some time with me, because I appreciate spending some time with you as well, my friends. So have a wonderful week. I love each and every one of you. I love all of you, and we'll see each other again next Sunday. Bye bye, my friends. And Alison is saying, I'll try to be around for the next stream for sure. I hope you have a great evening as well, Alison. Yeah, about my wife's computer, I've already ordered the parts for it. I think by next weekend it should be working properly again, so it's okay. Hey Karina, glad to have you here as well. On carro, hello as well. Tamo junto, we are together, that's for sure. So yeah, fellas, have a wonderful week and bye bye. I love all of you, friends. Bye bye.